Howdy everyone, how's it going? And welcome to my childhood of computer gaming. This is Fate, and I really should go offline on Steam. No, not looking to trade. Offline. Alright, so this is Fate. This is my childhood on the PC in a nutshell. Oh man, I played the crap out of these games, and I don't know how big the file size is going to be when I'm recording it and stuff, but this was pretty high-end for its time period. I mean, right now I'm running 150-ish frames, just it's bouncing between 150 and 160, just fine. It's an old game too, like, dang, I'm really surprised this runs, and I'm so happy. I bought it and Undiscovered Realms just the other day, and they worked, and I'm like, I've got to do videos on this. So this is my guy that I created just so I could get in the game and get the feel of it again. So the way this game works is it's kind of like a interactive, I guess, Dungeons and Dragons style thing. I don't know how to talk about it, but it's a dungeon crawler. So you get to choose your difficulty page: easiest, adventure, hero, clear up to legend. Legend is very difficult. I remember beating it as a kid, and it was like the most proud moment of my life. I had 8 descendants before he finally won on legendary mode. It was pretty amazing. So I'm just gonna go with adventurer, so I'm not super stressed out and I'm not super boring at the same time. So time to randomize. Wow, nothing here looks good. Well, I'll take that. I have a random Fu Manchu and I have long flowing hair. I look like one of those guys that does the lyre, plays the lyre and tells the stories of these heroes. And I will be male, and what will my name be? I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Drew because I'm very uncreative. Yeah, these actually go with like like medieval or like lore-ish, or what's the word? Mythical names. No, I'm just gonna go with Drew. Screw it. And my animal will be a cat, as per usual, and I will name the cat Rowdy, because I always name the cat Rowdy in memory and stuff of my favorite cat when I was a child, Rowdy. So, let's pop in. Here's
Since
the lore.
oldest living memory, the dungeon gate has stood in the heart of the old wood. Its doorway leads to infinite possibility, to subterranean lands fabled in stories and myths. Many adventurers have passed over that ancient threshold, some to find fame, glory, and wealth beyond telling, and others never to return. The town of Grove has ever been the safe haven at the dungeon's mouth, a watering hole and resting place for weary adventurers. Here great tales are told by the inn's fire, journeys are planned, and legacies are made. The minstrels sing of the great feats of heroes long gone, and statues ring the square, a testament to their deeds. After traveling many hard and dusty days, you and your faithful companion arrive at last in the fabled forest town, which waits beneath the long shadow of the gate. Within these walls lies the path to infinite adventure. It is here that you will test your worth, and perhaps find fortune and glory along the way. It is here that you will determine your fate.
Oh man, I remember that. So this is what my final quest shall be. Tales tell of a great elite crypt shambler, whose name is spoken in whispers. Azog. For centuries it has waited on the 42nd level of the dungeon, its evil seeping up toward the town. You must destroy it once and for all and rid the world of its evil influence. It is your fate, adventurer. Will you meet it? We will find out. I always rather than ranged weapons in this too.
Your journey has begun.
If you help, I don't need help. So, gameplay mechanics. You can use A and D to look around corners to get a better view of things if you need. Left click where your mouse is and he will go there. If you just click once, he'll go there. If you click again, so on and so forth. Or you can just click and hold. And I forgot to do volume settings, so please bear with me. My bad, guys. So the first thing that we should probably do...
Have I got a deal for you?
is find something that we can buy. Because we are going to need weapons as we travel through here. Fishing pole would be nice too. Fishing pole is one of the necessities. Because, yeah, you can find fireflies and you can fish there. And you can turn your pet into different things. So you can hold control to run and then release. Or you can press R to toggle your run. And there's just all sorts of different mechanics and it's so cool. It's such a cool little game. The fishing is pretty difficult, actually, though. Like, it seems simple, and it was really created simply, but it's actually difficult because you don't have much time to set your hook. I've gotten used to it, but your reaction time has to be pretty quick. Small trait. So, these go up in levels. Fingerling, I think, is the lowest. Then you have small, and then greater, or something, and then flawless? I don't know. Flawless makes them stay like that forever. Fingerling does 2 minutes. Small trout does this 300 seconds, which is like, what, 5 minutes? Something like that. And then the greater will be somewhere along the lines of like 400 some, 500 some. These guys with oh, I should probably pull up the map. Well, I can do that with M. So, these guys with exclamation marks over their head, they have quests for you. And you have to go and complete them. And what are you? I forget. Oh, you enchant weapons. That's right. I remember you because you were my worst enemy and my favorite person. I want to see if there's anything for level 1 of the dungeon, because the more quests you complete, the better. Get more gold and more weapons.
You have received a task.
So I just have to go and retrieve something for him on the first level, which is nice.
Hello?
I don't really care too much about
You have received
names
a
and
quest.
stuff of these people who give you quests. I haven't quite cared much. But all these people around here have all sorts of different things. You have Gambler.
Hello there.
Yeah, you have the gambling. You buy it. You don't know what it'll do. You might be cursed, it might be great. This guy was like my favorite guy too, because I always was doing pretty good with it. The star is superior and there's something else that is other than superior, and I can't remember what the thingy was. The icon was. He's a weapons dealer. I think he's the one that can remove the sockets, or remove the gems from sockets and salvage the weapon. And the other goblin was the one that would salvage the gems. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one that'll keep the weapon. The other one's the one that'll keep the gems. That's level 3. The
A
dungeon.
fine day to you.
You have
Right.
received the quest.
So these are all for level 1 of the dungeon, which is nice, because then all I have to do is go to level 1 and then I can come back up the stairs and I don't have to use one of these scrolls. I don't have to use the town portal scroll. which will just create a portal in the dungeon that I can use once to come to town and then back, and then the portal closes. Starting to water. I don't know why, but it's to water, and I don't know why. It starts to burn. And you can see across here, if I get low on health or mana, then I can use potions in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots. And then spells will also pop up that you can bind to your F keys, but I don't have that. You'll find these random things in there, like Fountain of Wellness, which you can drink and get your health back. And I'm sorry, but I need to do this so that I can... Apparently I named him Drew as well. Anyway. And you can drink from it. There's also things where you can learn new skills, as if you were to level up. It's really cool. There's all sorts of stuff in it. Short swords. Wooden club, buckler. And pick up everything you can. In my opinion, it's always worth it, even if you can't use it or if you don't want to use it, because you most likely will be able to sell it for a fair price. So, let's look in here. So I automatically equip the buckler with my light hand axe. I can use 2 short swords, or a short sword and a hand axe if I want. But I like the idea of a hand axe because it's got 3 to 6 damage, and these can vary from 2 to 7. And those are too slow in my opinion. And let's feed this to my fish. It'll turn him into a tunnel spider.
Your pet has been transformed.
He's a tunnel spider now. He also has an inventory, so I can have him do that. Alright, so it is shift. I can remember, but you can have your pet grab things if you want him to by shift clicking on the item. Like, if I can find anything. Nope. When you can transform your pet, they become pretty powerful, at least on the early levels. And the later levels are still powerful, but not as. Oh, and these are the enchanting
You have completed
things.
the quest.
Yes, I will. These are where you can enchant things or give them sockets, if I remember right. These are pretty cool. But first, let's just dual wield axes, because that seems cool. So magic
Will you
anvil.
tempt fate?
So I can enchant things, or they might possibly get sockets, or they might possibly become cursed. So let's not use the one that I began with, because I...
Fate has favored you.
Spectral hammer crashes down upon the light hand axe and receives extra enchantment. Light hand axe of blocking. Improved chance of block. Even though it's not much, it's pretty useful for early on. As you get later on, you get insanely amazing things. And you can get two-handed weapons, multiple one-handed weapons that are super fast, or ones that'll do a wallop of damage but hit only like once every 2 days. And let's see. You'll pick that up? Yes. And then you can put that on. But I want it in my inventory because I'm probably going to sell it, in all honesty. Anything that I find this early on, I typically tend to sell because it's not worth my time to keep. They don't have any sort of special buffs. So I just grab everything I can and sell it. The more gold, the better. And you just keep left clicking to go to attack. You just left click on the enemy. Like that. And I accidentally pressed W and S. W and S do interval zooms, unlike the mouse wheel. Well, I mean, it does intervals too, but it's faster intervals, and if you want to reset it, then you just middle mouse click. Jeweled pendant. things typically lead to something good. That one didn't. There's a ruby gel. And you see those things up there? The purple? Dang it. I was gonna go point to them, and then I realized if I track off of them. Yeah, you see those things up there? Piercing, weakness, all that fun stuff? In the purple? Or in this case, the timer under Rowdy. It just tells you things that you should use against him and not. This just tells you that Rowdy has only 2 minutes before he becomes a cat again. But on enemies, it'll tell their weaknesses and their strengths. Like, if they're weak to ice, then it'll pretty much be like, you should probably use ice things on it. But there's also things that it has resistance to.
You have gained in experience and skill.
Crude hammer, short bow. Alright, so this is where the leveling system comes into play. This is a tough one in my opinion because I never know what I want to do. I want to stay a fairly balanced guy, and you always have to have a certain amount of attributes here on the left side to wear certain things. Like, you have to have so much strength to wear certain things or wield certain weapons, but you also need dexterity and vitality and magic. And sometimes you need 2 of each at a certain level to do anything. So as of right now, I'm just going to fill up my magic because I'm hoping to find magic stuff. I don't know what weapons I'm going to use, but I do know critical strike comes in handy, so I'm going to put 2 in that. Dual wielding is also something that I'm probably going to do all the time, so that might be worth my time.
You cannot carry anymore.
Oh, my inventory's full. Ah, yeah, I can't carry anymore, you're right. Yeah, actually no. If I do this right, which I can do that, and then that. Ha! Screw you.
You are overburdened.
Now I'm full. Oh, were you the one person that I had to kill for the one quest? The only thing is I still need to retrieve things for people.
Your pack is full.
Sometimes you'll just see random bosses that don't actually do anything for your crude hammer socketed. They don't actually do anything for your this is going to be worth more because it has a socket. But you'll just find them and they're not part of any quests or anything. So this is going to be worth nothing, pretty much, unless I identify it. So I can right click to use it on here. So I can steal health with this, even though it's slow. But it requires 26 strength to wield, which I don't have, so I probably should just sell it. And my cat is a cat again. Gonna use a potion now. Probably should. Also, this down here, this arrow there, that's just telling you where the stairs are once you found them on the map. There's 2 of these missions that are to retrieve some sort of item, if I remember right, and I can't find it. Yeah, I remember always playing this with my friend Chaos. He had it when he was little on his computer, a free trial, and then we got so obsessed with it that we decided we would both pitch in and buy the disc copy for both of us to use, because back then you could use discs. Oh my god, those were the days.
You are exhausted.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I had that toggled. But Fate ran without having the disc in, so we could download it on my computer and his computer, and we could both play it side by side pretty much and see who was doing better and just kind of compete like that. It was fun. Also, if you don't like the rewards they give you, you can always go and sell them. No harm, no foul. Whoa, what? Slow? I remember these. I remember these spells very well. Because they were something that I always loved. This requires 10 magic.
A new
Right-click,
spell
spell
has
book.
been learned.
And then you can also get rid of it if you don't want it to be there. I think you can unlearn it or something. I don't know. Because there's so many spells. Yeah, control left click to permanently remove a spell. Because you can't. Because you can have more than 6. Like, there's more than 6 attack spells and more than 6 defense spells. And all that fun stuff. What's down here that I never went to? I should probably
You
also
feel
heal.
healthy. You cannot carry anymore.
Yeah, the narrator always talks to you too. Whenever you're doing something. So that you never get confused. And it was amazing because my little child mind always got confused about a lot of things. So it was nice having a narrator there telling me
You
what
have
I could
gained
and
in
can't do.
experience and skill.
So next thing I'm going to do is put my strength up, because a lot of things do require strength, and I'm probably going to go into dual wielding skill, so I can do more damage output. And then spells, you right click to use, by the way. Like that. So he's slowed. Just movement speed slowed, not attack speed though. Holy cow. This looks like a room of death. I like this.
You cannot carry anymore.
Ooh, superior short sword.
You cannot carry anymore.
Superior weapons are supposed to be better than the normal weapons, if I remember right.
Your pet
By a
has
pretty
increased
good,
in power.
by a pretty good amount. And you can't. Also, I don't believe you can choose the animal's attribute. I don't remember, but I don't believe you can. And you can send the pet to town to sell all the items. Oh, I forgot about that. And he comes back with those. I don't know how he does it, but I do remember that, kind of now. I'm gonna keep one short sword so I can compare side by side. Something I'm gonna keep because I want to see how much they go for individually, like this. Short bow I don't care about. Jewelry. It isn't wearing. Deeper you are, the longer it'll take for your pet to return. Yeah.
Your pet has departed.
And he just disappears, and he'll be back in 9 seconds. But with the superior short sword, it does 4 to 9 damage versus 2 to 7, which is better than both of these. So you can
Your
do
pet
something
has
like
returned.
that. 324 gold worth. Nice. So now I have better weaponry. That seems odd. Retrieve that from level 1. And retrieve that from level 1. I don't see where they are though. I haven't come across them. I can alt so I can see where all the items are. And it should tell me, yeah, like that if I press alt, yeah. But I don't see anything anywhere. I didn't sell them. I do know that much. Because if they were special named, I'd probably see them before I went and sold them. At least I'd hope. Sometimes I screw up, but I don't think I screwed this up. I don't know, sometimes these just don't work. There's a buckler in there. Oh.
The quest is completed.
Well, that was easy. That was just right in the middle of the room, too. I don't know why I didn't see that one.
You are exhausted.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. Yada yada, whatever. And you have to stop walking in order for you to start regaining stamina, which I never realized until later when I was little. It kind of made me very confused and very upset that I couldn't run places. I remember little me getting mad, raging at the computer. Now I only rage when I play Dota. Well, I shouldn't say that. Overwatch will do that to me too sometimes. Like in my next episode of Overwatch, you're gonna see, oh man, I rage hard. I get play of the game stolen, like, literally out from underneath me. It's horrible. Magic Anvil was already used. I assume that they're not inside of barrels or anything like that.
You are exhausted.
Yeah, I know. Where would this thing be? I don't even know what the name is, but I mean, it can't be that hard to miss. There it is.
The quest is completed.
Oh, I'm wearing it. It's a quest item though, so. You know what? Because I don't want to walk all the way back because I'm going to be lazy. Let's just do this. And then you have your one-use portal here.
You
return
enter
to
the
town.
portal.
You go back to town, and once you return back through, which are very nice. And that's what I usually get. So, let's head on up to the Kobold. Yeah. Horn leather gloves of things, but I don't have enough strength to wield them. Even 1% strength bonus. Wonderful. That couldn't be more ironic.
Hello!
Well, thank you. The more gold I get, the better. This is a person that has
May
gemstones
fortune favor you.
and spells. And this stuff. See, there's so many attacks and summons. I always loved summoning wyverns. Summon spider. Spider's okay. Mystic Blade, I remember that. Charm Monster. Oh, I remember abusing that so much. There used to be cheats, and I used to play around with them a lot. But I can't get them anymore. It was on the disc version, it was Control, Shift, and then tilde, and now it doesn't do that. I've tried, and it won't
You
work.
have
And
gained
you're
an
always
experience
welcome
skill.
here.
That's one thing I didn't like about this game, is they'd have two voices layer over one another, so you can't hear the dialogue as well. Kind of makes me sad. But I do have these that I can wear. Damage reflected enemy, improved chance of block, club and mace skill bonus, and wow, those are much better. Even though they have less defense, they have better stats by a long shot. Gonna put more in there, and then more in critical strike. I still can't wear those. So now I should look for things that are on level 2 of the dungeon. Basilisk. And level 4. Nope. This town is amazing. I absolutely love it.
Welcome, friend.
See, Book of Town Portals. Here, have a health potion. 882 gold for this. That is amazing. To him, each person...
I've got deals nobody can touch.
Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I remember it being for different people. You would, mental map is extremely useful, but anyway, you would have different prices for different items coming from different people, or giving it to different people, I guess. Maybe that's no longer a thing, I don't know. I'll also buy this book of Identify. Now let's sell you. Stamina bonus for that, or movement speed bonus for that. I really want that, but I'm just a little bit shy. $140 for that. I don't care. That'll give me some good armor, and then when I get sockets, or when I get things to fill in the sockets, then I can get resistance. If you put gemstones in defensive items, like clothes and stuff, then you can get resistances. If you put them in weapons, then you get strengths, like they'll be more damage to undead, with certain gemstones. I can't even remember what. I'll use opals, because I do remember that. If you put them in a weapon, you get ice damage. If you put them in armor, then you'll get ice resistance, which is super, super nice. One of the best things about this game. I say everything is the best thing.